gonna record this too. So everyone that's in the group, and I can add whoever else wants to be in it. No, I want peanut butter though. I'm gonna do it, but I gotta do this first. I have too much happening right now.
Did you get this?
You?
Oh, no, have I done it today? No.
No, I don't
Too
want
much
to
minute.
the oil.
Okay.
Oil, I think so.
You're good over there? Okay.
Just put some right here in the clear out, kind of rub it in. And then just put some rain clear down your nose. That way you smell it throughout
Oh,
meditation.
nice. Standing on the wall.
Nice.
Just blue on it.
Hold on. I don't know if this one. Hey girl, can you hear me? Hold up. All right. So some of the girls in the group are. This is my cousin Brittany. She just got engaged 2 days ago. So.
Congratulations.
Yeah. This is our. Kim's here from. You've seen her.
What's up?
Good times.
We're gonna
Okay.
need some more of the stuff I just spilled.
Oh, I did that.
Yeah, it's alright.
Here you go. We're doing the cacao over here. Hi, Kevin. Congratulations. Can you hear me?
Oh, hey.
All right, so we're doing a cacao ceremony over here, and then I'm going to speak to the energy, then we'll do the meditation.
Okay.
Okay. And then, of course, if you have any questions, I'm going to mute you, though, and then if you need to speak, just unmute yourself, okay?
Okay. You muted you, not me.
You mute you. I'm not muting you. You do it.
Okay.
There we go. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Where's this link so I can speak to it? All right, and then I'll put some music on too for the meditation. Okay, so 13 spiritual benefits of cacao. This broke it down pretty simply. Okay, so no one's ever had this before, correct?
No.
Okay.
No.
So, cacao is used in ceremonies that have been going on for like centuries. They've been using it, I think in South America and then also Native Americans. It doesn't speak about it on here, but I'm pretty sure that's what I've read. So the reason they do it, number one reason is for shamanic journeying. So shamans like to use plants and sacred plants to help open themselves up and allow you to connect with the spirit realm, but also plants and earth and everything around you. So cacao specifically is for opening the heart, so it connects with your heart chakra. So you can have an authentic connection with yourself, with those around you, and the universe, to just deepen your relationship with God and just, really bring it back to your truth. So it's also helpful in bringing awareness to things that have been preventing you from creating the life you love. So it helps in releasing repeated patterns, beliefs, and blocks, which could be stopping you, slowing you down, or standing in the way of creating the life you love. That is showing up very strongly right now. Mercury retrograde asks us to slow down and to really see those patterns for what they are and have awareness around it so we could do things differently this time around and shift it. There's a lot of loss going on, and it's just to help you open your heart up and really have a different perspective around things that we're conditioned to have. So I know a lot of people are experiencing things. I actually spoke last week to pet loss. Didn't I bring that up? Did I bring that up last week or no? Yes, I did. I did bring it up. Yeah. So I was talking about how I've seen a lot of people losing their pets. People are getting sick, like hardcore sick, out of nowhere. There's also for us to slow down, we might be getting sick, that's showing up, or we're losing loved ones. I've known of 2 suicides in like 2 or 3 weeks. So there's a lot of that going on right now. So this is going to help us open our heart around it and just like really help with the grieving process for sure if anybody's experiencing anything deep and heavy right now. This also...
Did you see the Mercury eclipsed the sun today?
Yes, I'm going to speak about that.
Okay, I was wondering if that had something to do with how all of this has
Oh.
been so.
Heavy, yeah. It actually has a lot to do with it, and I'm gonna read the book too. And you guys can sip on this as we're doing this, as I'm speaking. So yeah, I'm gonna speak to that because that's like a powerful energy that is connecting right now. Okay, so literally, so it's a stronger connection with the higher self. This leads to an enhanced connection with your own power and truth, your divinity. Chocolate is a powerful facilitator, allowing you to delve into your pain. And it literally says right here, and how many times have I said this? You got to feel it to heal it. And I've said that so many times. So this is just one of those things that's gonna help you through that. Once you feel your pain, sadness, anger, grief, you won't keep manifesting situations to feel these feelings. So the more you suppress it, the more you bring it into your life. When you allow yourself to go through those things and really allow yourself to be in that moment, like I speak of, be in the now. When you allow yourself, instead of suppressing and trying to say, I don't want to deal with this, I don't like this situation sucks, whatever it is, you actually invite more in because you're not allowing yourself to feel those feelings to release them. So right now, take that opportunity. And I know it could be like very strong attachments. Like I know you were very attached to your dog. I get that. Your dad's a huge person in your life. Like they're very deep relationships. And unfortunately, they need to come up for us to create the life we want, but we have to feel into it instead of trying to change what's occurring right now. And then we can move forward in peace, and we'll feel that lightness when we allow ourselves to feel the pain. So yeah, you live a happier, freer life without constantly being triggered. Releasing these emotions allows more light, love, and magic to enter into your life. This is heaven on earth. I live in heaven on earth. Like I can tell you straight up, like that's the way, what I've created for myself, and that's why I'm guiding you so you can get there. It is beautiful. And those triggers that you have, those triggers are strong right now because if we haven't worked through them, they're going to be stronger right now. It's just showing us where we need to heal. So when you're triggered, be like more observant around it instead of blaming the other person or trying to change the experience and be like, I don't want to go through this anymore. Okay, well, if you don't want to go through it anymore, then ask yourself, why are you being triggered? Where is it coming from? Reflect over it. Mercury retrograde is all about going inward and like really feeling into it right now. Hey, Kate. Okay, so it's also an effective meditation tool. We're doing a cacao ceremony here right now. So just, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so deep meditation enables you to connect with your spiritual nature, accessing the wisdom within. So silencing the mind comes easier when you're meditating, and this helps get you in that space. Get any learnings in your entire being, not just your head. Profound embodiment of new learnings. This allows you to feel in your body what you know in your head. The teachings you might already be aware of are understood. You suddenly get them on a deeper level. For instance, the teaching that we are all love and love is all there is. You might logically know this and want to believe it and live it, but you wonder how to embody it. Is it true? Chocolate aids the pathway to living and feeling this love, this bliss, the state of which is flow, oneness, and love. So feelings of oneness, enlightenment, and ecstasy is in more love in your life. So I really feel like us drinking this together when we have this meditation is going to be like extremely powerful. I've already visualized people crying, but that's okay. Crying is good, okay? We want to bring that all up. We don't want to hold that in anymore because all it's doing is holding us back from moving forward and having that free life of love that we want to live. It also helps balance the male and female energy within. So more enhanced, balanced, connected male and female energy is within everyone. When these energies are in balance, you live a harmonious life, magnetizing all you love to you. This integration also leads to enhanced effectiveness in the divine creator and super manifesting machine that you are. The balance of these energies will help you receive inspiration and act on it. So the feminine energy is inspiration, all that stuff that goes on within us. Then the masculine energy is the actions, the physical part of it. So we want to find that balance between the two so we can really create our life and just like in balance, on point, bringing it into us and then allowing it to just flow out of us. And chocolate is the only food which connects your left brain and your right brain. Interesting, right? Yes, you gotta get the real thing.
This is actually not bad.
You like it?
Yeah. Or dark.
I'm all the
See, I love
yeah.
mine really, really, really dark.
Me too. So, and that's
This is
actually good
good.
for you. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so connection to higher dimensions, a deeper, stronger connection with the light, the new higher dimensions, and raising your vibration. More clarity and ideas connected with your life purpose and passion. Clarity on your skills, talents, and how you are here to serve. So this is just all helping you here. Is chocolate a drug? Well, if you think that tobacco, coffee, and alcohol are drugs, then I guess so. Chocolate wasn't popular as a psychoactive in the 60s because it's not actually a psychedelic, although many experience visions and powerful journeys in my ceremonies. It is gaining a lot of popularity now because of all the shifts on the planet. We've come to a tipping point. As chocolate connects you with your heart, it also connects you with something bigger. God, the universe, spirit, your higher self, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so this is going to help you surrender and transform your life right now. That's pretty much it. So cheers, I hope everybody's enjoying this. Interesting, right? Isn't that kind of cool? All right, so.
Now, tell me what this is. Just plain unsweet
No.
cocoa?
No, it's cacao.
Cacao.
Cacao, that's what they use. It's similar to cocoa. I think it's a different plant though, but similar to cocoa. And it's like basically the different part of the way you make chocolate. But it's a powder. That's what I used. Or you can get the nibs and there's like a bar of it. So it's a bitter. And then what else I put in here was vanilla extract, pure, organic. And then a little bit of local raw honey and cayenne. So cayenne has medicinal properties too to it.
I really like this. This would be good.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she has.
So I've been making maca, cacao, coconut oil, vanilla, cinnamon, and almond milk every morning. And I feel like such a shaman while I'm doing it. It's ridiculous. It like literally brings me that shaman. Because it's interesting because I've always been like very drawn to coffee. And then I read that it's like not good for your emotions as a woman. So I kind of backed off of it. And then, but I was like, no, for some reason my body really likes this. So I made it more purposeful and sacred for every morning, like a ritual for me. So it's really good. And I have the recipe in the group.
Yeah. Oh,
All right, so now I'm going to speak to the energy that's going on with Mercury retrograde. And 1111 is just like a very powerful, this is why this is the biggest group I think I've ever had. So this energy is just going to be insane. You guys are all going to feel it on there too, because we probably, how many people do you have in here? We have 12 in here. 11 people showed up for me, 11 in person. And then I have you guys. So this is going to be a very powerful meditation for sure. So 1111 is a divine number. It's a master number. So that's why we felt, I don't know if you guys felt it today, but there was a lot of like high vibrational energy. It was just it was much, I don't know, there was like more magic in the air if you allowed yourself to connect with it. Signs, like I connected with numbers today more than anything. When I was doing your Reiki session, it was like really interesting. So when I was on your crown chakra, it was like really, there was a portal that was like going through me to you. And that's basically what 1111 is. There's a portal open that connects with the spirit realm. So basically the veil is very thin. So we're able to connect stronger with the spirit realm right now. That's what's going on. And then for Mercury retrograde right now, we have Taurus moon, Scorpio sun, and Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. So that's basically the biggest energy we're connecting with right now. And I've spoken a lot about Mercury, but I'll speak more here. So Taurus and Scorpio are both their opposite signs, but they're both concerned with the present moment. So Taurus is more about like earth and material things and our attachments to material things around us. So that could be the people in our relationships, the people in our lives, or just other things, money, food, attachments like that. I'm gonna turn that off. Okay. So yeah. So they both rely on resources to navigate past fear to creation. So they both teach us the value of our self-worth and help us connect to abundance. So Taurus relies on physical resources, and Scorpio is more internal than Taurus, and the resources are energetic. So Scorpio relies on the energy and frequency, high vibrational energy, and then Taurus is more about our self-worth, abundance, and to create something tangible. So Taurus knows she's at peace because she can feel the ground. She can see the colors around her and the smells, the flowers in the air. So it's finding that balance between here and now, and also the energy of what's within us and how we really speak to ourselves, and finding that higher frequency within us instead of being so negative to ourselves, to recondition ourselves to speak higher of ourselves, about our worth, and making that a consistent reconditioning and paying attention to those things that are illuminating right now around what is not serving us. So if you're talking to yourself like, I can't believe I did that, like I handled that horribly, whatever it is, however you're talking to yourself, if it's a negative way, that needs to shift, and you need to give yourself more grace and patience around it. So Taurus's low side, which is what we're healing around this full moon, when we align with this side, it shows how we are addicted to our comfort zones and fear of the unknown, which blocks our growth. So we can also become preoccupied with material possessions, focusing on collecting items and the number in our bank account. So we may be challenged in our bank account to show if we're attached to it or not. So for me, I will tell you right now, my bank account was -$3 today, and the bank was closed today. So I didn't get everything that's supposed to be transferred from my paycheck, and just anything else is on hold. And that was a challenge for me to not react to it and be okay with that, and know that I don't need it today. It's okay. So you may be challenged in those areas, and just allow yourself to be like, it's okay. Today I have what I need. And our worth is not, our value is not based on how much we have at all. So if you have any of those conditioned thoughts, find out where that's stemming from and why you feel that way, as if you need something to be more successful. The success is all within here. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So yeah, so getting obsessed with our physical resources, forgetting that we are our greatest asset. When the low vibrations of Taurus take over, instead of grounding ourselves through presence, we try to quell our anxieties with more stuff. This stuff comes in many forms, but all of it originates from outside of ourselves. So notice where that's showing up, where you're focusing too much out here and not enough in here. Like, I know what I'm saying, yeah. So Scorpio's low side is also her attachments, but it attaches to growth itself. So becoming fixating on changing, shifting, and growing. So I have a lot of Scorpio energy within me, and I've been really trying to be grounded in where I am instead of like continuing to grow myself constantly. So allowing myself to be like, everything is perfect right now. Scorpio's low side does not allow us to settle into our new self. If we are continually trying to change, we never learn to appreciate who we are in the moment. We never learn to value the person we are right now. This constant quest for growth negates our self-worth because we never feel good enough. Transformation is a power of ours, but like any power, it needs to be used with consideration and moderation. Anything in excess can become harmful. So moderation, balance, that's our key. We have to find that perfect space. That's for all of us. That's moderation and balance. Too much of anything is not good. As we release these low sides, we release our comfort zones and our familiar patterns, and we make space for our potential dictated by our own self-worth. So we integrate the high sides of each sign, which allows us to feel our bodies, connect with the world around us, and trust our intuition to lead us into new territory. We are no longer controlled by fear of the unknown, and we no longer need to bring a security blanket with us when we travel there. Faith and trust in the unknown. Say it. I think I've said that to everyone here, right? Probably. Fear of the unknown is asking you to create a relationship with God so you can have trust and faith that you are divinely guided and protected. You have angels surrounding you at all times, and you can trust yourself to know that you're going to lead yourself to the right place. Okay? And all those things that happened in the past, if you need to feel them, but don't fear that it's going to come into your future. You already went through that. You don't need that anymore. Stay present. Okay? So anything from your past that's showing up, observe it, ask yourself why it's coming up, feel into it, and then let it go. Okay? And the other thing is, experiences that look like the past may be showing up right now in different forms too. So if that's showing up, that just means that there's something else you need to work through there. How you handle it differently. Are you handling it in the peaceful sense? Are you doing it from a balanced place? Or is it still triggering you in some way? If it's triggering you, that's where you need to pay attention and observe why it's triggering you. Okay, so yeah, so this full moon has the opportunity to show us our worthiness right now and the dreams we have. We hold the power to create any reality through our intuition, our power of alchemy, and our ability to connect with stillness. Okay, so I want to speak to Mercury retrograde now and what you were talking about, the sun squaring. It says it right here. Okay. So the main aspect of any full moon is the opposition of the sun and the moon, which creates a perceived crisis in our world, an energetic breakthrough. Oppositions are why full moons feel so intense to our energy and why they are so powerful. So it gives us the opportunity to shift from one vibration to the next. Along with the aspect of the sun and the moon, Mercury plays a significant role energetically on this full moon. Mercury, currently retrograde, sits with the sun in Scorpio, forming a conjunction. While it sits next to the sun, it also opposes the moon across the sky, adding to already occurring opposition of the full moon. Furthermore, Mercury just crossed the face of the sun the day before the full moon. Is that today? Yeah. Okay, so creating an energy of clearing and renewing in this transit. Mercury is the planet of communication, and certainty has a lot to say this full moon. Oh, certainly. So, yeah, Mercury retrograde breaks down our systems, our communications, our information exchange. This can be frustrating, but it is only part of what's happening. So the energy, I've talked about this before, the planet's spinning the energy inward instead of outward with our action. So it's asking us to go into our consciousness. So it's a great time to feel into our hidden truths. It's ultimately a time to look how we process life through our thoughts, what we tell ourselves, and an opportunity to realign our communication with ourselves and with others. So to rebuild that foundation of the way we exchange energy, and a change to look deeply within for answers normally held below the subconscious mind. So this is a rare occurrence, and it's blacking out pieces of the sun in its path. So this transit is much like a solar eclipse, bringing a chance for renewal and rebirth. With Mercury, though, this renewal affects the way we communicate with ourselves. So the manner in which we speak to ourselves is deeply embedded in our personality, and it is part of us and contributes to the way we move through the world. So any mantras or sayings which repeat automatically throughout our day, pay attention to. Some of these are unconscious, some are conscious, but they are all impact our vibration. So if your mantras are low vibrational and you notice yourself talking negatively, you are connecting with a lower frequency. If you are conscious of it, then you can start to shift them, where you're saying like, you know, I didn't do good enough in this. You are enough. That's where you shift it, you know. Focus on the opposite of that, the higher frequency of whatever it is. Or if you feel, let's say I feel unloved or something, it's coming up in that way where you are not feeling loved right now. That means that you need to give yourself love right now because you're looking for it with outside of you and you're not receiving it from others, and it's because you're not receiving it from yourself. So always bring it back to you, whatever you're feeling. So this is another thing with our triggers. So when we combine Mercury retrograde, its transit of the sun, and the full moon, we encounter a powerful formula to change our internal verbiage and shift to this corresponding frequency. What mantras are forming the foundation of your personality? How do they impact your vibration and your willingness to leave your comfort zones? Look deeply for this already existing affirmations, both positive and negative. Look at when they show up in your life, including what triggers them. And then look at how you react to them. Your reactions may be subtle, but if you are responding in a negative manner, which curbs your growth to something every day, how does that impact you over time? So pay attention to this, because Scorpio is asking us to shift our reactions, to shift our vibrations. So begin to change the way you react to the mantras in your mind, and then also it'll help release those triggers that you experience outwardly as well. So try not to resist what this full moon is showing you. Understand that what is occurring in your subconscious mind is always affecting you on some level. Be willing to face it in the way you speak to yourself. These mantras become comfort zones, even if they are hurtful. Be willing to face them, detach from them, and replace them. Take control of your thoughts this full moon, especially the ones that undermine your ability to trust and rely on yourself. So we're releasing attachments. I did cord cutting for both of you, and I did it for my best friend this weekend. So it's all those attachments that we're focusing on right now. Release those. It's all within you. You don't need those things outside of you, even if you feel like you do. And that's why I think it's showing up to things that we're really attached to in a way to lose it. And it sucks. I know it's not a good thing, but what it'll do is bring you back to your wholeness, and you'll be able to like connect through the spirit realm and still feel the energy, when at the right time. So, okay, are you guys open to doing houses tonight? Do you guys want to know your energy and how this is going to affect your house? Okay, that means you got to pull out your phone. And do you,
No, they haven't done it.
Oh, you've never done birth charts? Awesome. Okay. Okay, do you girls know, I want you to look up which house Taurus is in. And if you don't know how to do it, I'm unmuting you guys. If you let me. Obviously, none of you are letting me, so it's fine. Okay, so you're going to look, there's the Placidus. Okay, so we're looking at astro.cafeastrology.com. That's the best way to find it. Astrology.com.
Astro.
Yep, astro.
.cafe astrology.
Yep, .com.
Is it over like classes?
Yep, Placidus. So look at where you see Taurus and tell me the Roman numeral number. Okay, perfect. And if you ladies need help on there, just let me know.
Hold on, I gotta reset mine.
How come it doesn't save me?
Mine did save me.
So which one is it? Just this one, right?
I don't know. You might be good. Are you girls good on there?
I don't have Taurus in my chart.
Oh, really? You don't have Taurus?
Yeah.
Okay. So then this might just, that's why you got engaged so easily over there.
Maybe.
Well, it just means that there's nothing like affecting you really strongly right now. Like there's not going to be a specific focus for you. So
I
like,
feel that. Yeah.
yeah, so for me, it's my relationship, my partnerships. So that means that that's going to be a huge focus for me this in some way.
Right.
Especially if there's any attachments. But my relationships seem pretty balanced for the most part. So it's only those that I'm attached to. And I'm not being kind of, like I'm not allowing myself to let go around certain things. That's what'll show up right now. Like Thomas and I have the same house actually. And I think that's why it's been a little like, a little iffy yesterday. Like yesterday, he was like, everything I was doing was irritating him. And I think that's why because he has an attachment to me, and the way I do things affect him. So he needs to learn how to detach himself. For what I do doesn't matter. It has to do with his emotions and working through them. Did you look up yours up?
I don't have my phone with me.
Oh, okay. I'll look yours up. I'm like, she's just sitting there. Okay.
They said the second.
Okay, so when you guys figure it out, let me know. You
What are we
helping them?
looking for? Yeah.
Okay, Placidus, you're looking for Taurus and what house it is. Okay, what's your birthday?
April 7th.
Okay, year?
94.
There you go.
Okay, do you know your time right now?
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna do 11:11. Hopefully, and birthplace, you said Guatemala. Yeah, remember something. What, how do I spell that though? Oh, that's fine. Okay. You said Guatemala City?
Yeah.
Okay. The time shouldn't affect it too much. Okay. Also, if Taurus is in your sun, rising sign, moon, and maybe your Venus, then this energy is going to be stronger for you. Do you guys have that in any of yours? Taurus? Venus, okay. Okay. Chelsea, do you have Taurus in any of those? No.
Under Placidus, it says under my 6th house. Is that right?
Yep. Okay, perfect.
Can the signs repeat?
They could, yes.
Okay, 'cause I have it for like Saturn and Moon.
Okay, but I want you to look at, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's in your Saturn and your moon, but your Taurus moon, which is both my kids too, actually. So that means this energy is going to affect you pretty strongly because it is a Taurus moon. So you're going to notice your emotions. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. You were asking.
Jacqueline,
Yeah.
mine is in whatever the IV is. I don't know what number that is.
4.
Okay, 4.
Just
That's
like
my
give me
Taurus.
the number, because I'm gonna read a paragraph around which house it is for you guys. Britt, you don't have it, so you're good.
No.
Okay. My daughter's 12 too. Okay, does everybody have theirs? I'll wait till
What's up, buddy?
the sun. No, I was no, I was asking if you have sports and everything. Okay, so a relationship. That's just how you love in your relationship. So it just might like the energy just might be stronger. You might notice. Like this energy right now. So like especially if it's someone's moon, their emotions are gonna be affected. Venus is your relationship, so it might just show up in your relationship a little more than you were expecting.
How do you do that? Wow, none of that's everything.
Taurus.
Yeah, I have Sun.
You don't have any.
No, and I have Taurus in my 4th house.
Okay. Does everybody find where Taurus is? Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm going to start. Does anybody have first house? No? Okay, so no rising Taurus here. Okay. Second house.
I do.
Yes, okay. The second house rules our relationship with our resources, including our self-worth, physical possessions, and finances. Taurus traditionally governs the second house. Therefore, this moon will feel especially intense in these areas of life for you. Focus on letting go of your attachments to your possessions and financial security this full moon. Trust that you can always cultivate stability in any area of your life through presence and allowing yourself to step out of your comfort zones into your true creative nature. If this shows up financially for you, just live day by day and trust that if you need the money, it will be there every single time. When you do that, you allow yourself to open up to receive, okay? If you're stressing about how am I going to have money for this, and this coming up, you're not living in the now, you're living in the future, okay? So if that starts to show up, just remind yourself to come back to present moment. That's what this moon is asking from us. Okay, third house? No?
I do.
No? Okay. So the third house rules our communication, the way we process information and exchange energy. While the full moon transits this house for you, feel into how you can incorporate more presence and grounding in your communications. Let go of any stubborn way of thinking and expand into the unknown by opening your mind and let new ideas this full moon. So through communication, don't be so stubborn. Does that
I'm liking it.
Okay. I was waiting if you were going to say something. That's so funny. Yeah, so just be a little more compromising right now. That's so funny. You got it. You're Taurus Venus, so that's a good thing because that's sweet. Sweet Taurus is very sweet when they're in relationships, so that's a good sign to have. Yeah. You're not sweet? Yeah. That's so funny. You can their Taurus just means sweetness. Like my kids are both Taurus moon, so they have that sweetness to them. That's so funny. Okay, fourth house.
Yes.
Okay. The fourth house rules our house, our home and family. With Taurus ruling this house, you feel a deep need for security and stability in those areas. While the full moon transits this house for you, release material possessions which you think define your sense of home and worth. Instead, embrace yourself as your true home and resource. Feel into your resourcefulness and know that you can create stability anywhere and with anyone. So it comes from within you. So release attachments around your home and family. Okay, does that make sense? I don't know who said yes. Kim, you said yes. Yeah. All right. Fifth house. No? Sixth house? No? Nobody on there? Okay, seventh house. That's me.
Jacqueline, I got 6th house.
Okay, your sixth house? Oh, she raised her hand. I didn't see you raise
I
her
just
hand.
saw a reflection.
Okay, so sixth house. This rules service and how we offer our gifts to the world. With Taurus ruling this house, you tend to work hard, but also enjoy time to yourself to restore in comfort. As the full moon activates this house for you, feel how you can create more work-life balance in your world. We were just talking about this, right? You feel like you kind of need to find that space to just shut everything off because you've been working, your day is so full, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says let go of the need to overwork, but also let go of any unwillingness to get your hands dirty. Know that the best crops are created through hard work and willingness to dig deep. So find that balance within there. And she just left. Where'd you go? She disappeared. I don't know if her phone died. Okay. Seventh house. I have seventh house. Anybody else? Okay, so seventh house is around our relationships and partnerships. With Taurus ruling this house, you tend to commit deeply to your partners. You may even stubbornly hold on to partnerships that are long past their expiration date. On this full moon, shift any relationships would leave you feeling ungrounded and uninspired. Recognize where you may be hanging on out of comfort, and dare yourself to step into the unknown, which may be a solo adventure. That means taking those steps, like going on a trip without my husband and allowing it. So my husband and we both have seventh house, and I feel like both of us, we tend to not go on trips without each other so we don't stir up the energy. So I'm curious if that'll show up for both of us at all. Okay, eighth house. No one? Ninth house?
Yep.
Okay. Ninth house rules our travel and quest for knowledge. With Taurus in this house, you bring your routines and structure to everywhere you land. Early in life, you may resist traveling too far from home, but once you realize that you make your home wherever you roam, then the world is your oyster. With the full moon activating this house for you, feel into the sense of adventure and take a journey that challenges you to embrace change and leave your comfort zone. Like this. Right? This is different for you, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, there you go. You're opening yourself up into unknown territory. That's awesome. Okay, 10th house. Yes, okay. Rules are career and reputation. With Taurus in this house, your career centers around your creativity, especially the use of your hands. On the full moon, step more into your sense of self, including your creative nature. Go through feelings of doubt or insecurity about taking your creations from hobby status to a full-time job.
You keep
Embrace,
getting that.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Embrace your natural talent and share it with the world.
We're all gonna have a smoothie once in a
I know.
while.
Waiting for those.
She's been wanting to open a juice shop, a smoothie bar here, and it keeps showing up like every meditation. So go for it, girl. All right.
I'm a good dancer.
I
can be the dancing smoothie girl.
Yeah, they feel all proud.
That's so funny. Okay, 11th house. Yes. Okay. The 11th house rules humanity and the collective energy. With Taurus ruling this house, you tend to keep friends for life and define yourself by your group of friends. You are loyal and reliable to everyone you meet and show up with the needed when needed most. You can also quickly evaluate what is essential in your life and others. On the full moon, embrace your values and incorporate more of them into building your dreams and intentions. Okay, 12th house. Does anybody else have 12th house? No? Okay. So my daughter has 12th house too. The 12th house rules our spirituality and karma. With Taurus ruling this house, you find security and stability through spiritual practices such as meditation and yoga. With the full moon activating this house, anxious feelings around security, especially financial, may arise. Let go of any fear or worry, knowing that you can always trust the flow of your life and yourself. You are your own rock amongst any storms. So it was weird that my daughter, yoga came up twice for her today. She did it with me, and she was asking my mom, and now this Taurus moon's coming in, and she's Taurus moon, so it's like very strong. So we did yoga in the living room today. She's like, okay, mommy, you do the moves, and I'll follow you. So I'm like, oh. Did you see her plank? Did anybody see her
Yes,
plank?
that was so adorable.
And I'm like, she had her butt up first, and I was like, okay, put your butt down. And she got it.
How old is she?
She's almost 5.
I have some kids yoga DVDs.
Oh,
If you
awesome.
want them.
Yes.
Yeah. They're at the beach. I'll bring them back with me.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
She had a great tree pose too.
Yes, that's her favorite pose. She does it at school. She'll like, all right, so we're gonna start meditation now. Does anybody have any questions before we start? No? Okay, I gotta get the music over there. And I think I might actually.
Have you guys meditated before?
I'm not.
This is awesome.
No.
Have you?
Did we do meditation?
One time.
Yes, she did
Okay.
with me. Yeah.
Okay.
And I couldn't remember what we did. I was like trying to think about like, did we do Reiki or meditation? But I felt like it was meditation. Okay.
Is the spirit animal one?
Oh yeah, that was and this is your second time back. That's awesome. Okay. But this is a group for you, so this is new too.
It was new for us like not that long ago, and when we first did it, we did meditation here, and he was crying. So don't feel weird if you
Let yourself
it just
cry.
happened, so.
Well, and what I try to tell people that I've learned, like when I first started doing it, try to picture what she's saying, and that helps you get into the meditation. Like she doesn't tell you exactly what everything looks like, but like your subconscious takes over. And like if she says, you know, you'll see you're walking by a lake, all of a sudden you see a lake and you might see some flowers, you might see a tree behind it, or you'll see some ducks floating in it or something like that. But like your subconscious takes over it. It's really neat.
Yeah, don't try to control it. Just allow yourself to. I'm gonna get the music ready. I'm ready to do
Good. I'm starting to cramp some.
Awesome. Get yourself comfortable. You guys all good over here?
Why do you think
No,
I sit
don't
in chair?
you-
I got a
You're like
big.
20.
Oh, wow. I don't want this in the kitchen.
Ladies.
Right.
There you go. All right, now, Britt, I'm gonna mute you. Okay. Okay. You're good over there. No questions, right? I don't know where Chelsea went. I guess she just. All right. I gotta get the music.
It's amazing. It's why I'm all high.
So get it removed and then over again? Can I get signed up for this?
They won't do it right. I was having children. Well, did you have your kids? Yeah. Well, obviously you have your kids.
No, that's like.
Yeah.
My husband wants to.
It's just raise the vibration. You can't hear it connect. Okay.
How old are you? Yeah.
No. We're gonna work through this.
Yeah.
Don't take the easy way out. That's the easy way.
I want to call it easy.
Don't worry, you just started this. No, you're gonna feel. I'm telling you, we're gonna make it transform you.
I'm trying. Yesterday I was doing like breathing exercises today. She wouldn't want me to quit. I can do this. I can do this. Then I gave out. Like, I can do this. I gotta go.
No, I would have told you to go home.
How old are you? 20. Yeah, but I've like old lady names. So everyone's always like, what? I'm like, yeah. Gloria. Like every time I go to the doctor, so like, why did I don't think you crushes? I know, me too.
Okay. I'm gonna try to put the same music on.
Yeah, please. Oh, I'm so sorry. When I was a little kid, I would cry for saying that song. I thought they were like making fun of me.
Well, I was Sandra D. Because Grease came out when I was in high school.
That's
Sandy's
awesome.
like,
Sandra D. Yeah.
Sing it.
I got
Kenny Gibbler.
Dad won't know the lyrics. I won't change
You
the
want to
lyrics.
write it down, so that's okay.
Stephanie. That's what I was supposed to be. My middle name.
Okay, I'm gonna put YouTube on here.
Electric Barbarella. Like Duran.
Oh, Duran's cool.
I don't know.
I feel like we are super connected.
We are sisters. Yeah. Dang, I thought we were. Yeah, that's so.
I mean, Rachel has a girlfriend named Taylor Amadi, and her middle name is Butterfly. Taylor Butterfly Amadi. Amadi Torchisi is her full name.
Okay. Yeah, this is the one I want. I hate this
So your
one.
name turns into.
I'm gonna have to tell
No, you
Lisa. I don't. What I
You
just
just like it immensely.
Exactly.
I know. All right, so I'm gonna put this on 0, and I'm gonna put the same one on.
That's my state name. Oh my God, when you watch my rock.
All right.
So they have stockings and some roller skates.
I love roller skating.
You should see her husband roller skate.
Oh,
Oh, he does the whole, his feet go.
Let's see if I can find this. Okay, just get comfortable right now. That's all.
Yeah, that's all they ever do.
Okay, I can't find this. Fire, moon, and miracles. That's what we're connecting. We're listening to.
What is it?
Fire, moon, and miracles.
See, we're getting
All right, I'm gonna lower this too, by the way. So for you guys, it'll be actually I like this one. This is my favorite one. I might have to do this.
There you go. You have to look at all the herbs I find in here.
I dislike it.
That was my mom. She'd never let us say hate, so we had to say.
Well,
I dislike it immensely.
I think it's the frequency you're using the word anyway.
I can't talk smack about my mama right now.
Your dad is perfect, so.
That's so funny. Okay. And then I gotta turn this on.
Wow, that's my
Definitely no.
You should do this like dancing queen. She wear like the go-go boots.
Well, there's nobody sitting there, so you can spread your feet out.
Oh, no. I gotta turn this on.
Here, I'm gonna kick this over.
Okay, yeah, move whatever. This is not turning on.
Want me to press the button?
No, I need to go closer. Not you, sorry. I was talking to the thing.
You hit me one more time. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, eat some more cookies, you guys.
Yeah, pass the cookies. All right, we're good.
Yeah.
Sorry,
She
we're
never
good.
understands what cookie bunch.
Oh, look, she's so excited.
All right, guys. All right, everyone's good, right?
So do you need to hold some? Oh, are you gonna hold the jar of cookies during the
She's gonna like channel it.
We'll make sure.
We'll just keep it here. You guys hear that?
Okay, Anna, will you be able to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, relax and close your eyes. Relax your body. Take a deep breath through your nose and exhale deeply. Relax your jaw and continue the deep breathing in and out through your nose. Relax your mind and just let go. Now let your mind become aware of your feet. Visualize a red light flowing up from the bottom of your feet and swirling around the top of your feet. Let your feet just fall where they naturally want to. Now visualize that red light flowing around your ankles, swirling around your calves and shins. Just let those muscles relax. Visualize that red light swirling around your knees, into the back of your knees, flowing over the top of your thighs, and oozing into the back of your thighs. Visualize that red light flowing into your buttocks and your groin. Let those muscles relax and sink beneath you. Visualize that red light swirling around your hips and turning into an orange light, encasing your hip joints in a warm orange light. Visualize that orange light swirling around your torso and going into your belly button. Let your mind become aware of your abdominal area. And visualize a yellow light filling your abdominal area. Take a deep breath and visualize that ball of yellow light expand. Now visualize that yellow light swirling up around your waist and moving into your chest. Visualize a green light filling your lungs with each breath you take. Now let your mind become aware of your hands. Visualize a white light fill each finger and fill the palm of each hand. Visualize the white light swirling around your wrists, on up your forearms, swirling around your elbows, moving into your upper arms and shoulders. Allow your shoulder blades to relax and sink down with ease. Now let your mind become aware of your back, starting at your tailbone. Visualize a white light filling each vertebrae. Until you get to the base of your neck. Now let your mind become aware of your neck and throat. Open your lips slightly and then close them. Allow your tongue to drop into a relaxed position. Swallow gently and visualize a blue light filling your throat and swirling around your neck. Now let your mind become aware of your head and face. Let your ears relax. Let your eyes relax. Allow that little space between your eyebrows to relax. Visualize an indigo light in that space between your eyebrows. Take a deep breath. Visualize that indigo light expand. Now let your mind become aware of the top of your head. Visualize a purple light flowing over the top of your head and gently flowing down your entire body. And now that you're completely relaxed, I invite you to join me on a journey. Imagine you are sitting in the middle of the woods. You're in a clear open space, sitting cross-legged by yourself, just exploring and enjoying nature. But you are a young child. Imagine yourself as a young child you have been at any age you feel is right. As you're sitting there, I call in the archangels to join us. I call in Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, and Archangel Seraphim. Please be with us now to guide us and share your light and protect us through this meditation. As you're sitting here in the forest, you notice bright lights all around you. Nature is thriving. You may see birds in beautiful colors. There's a gentle breeze. The weather's perfect. And as a child, just enjoy being in nature and outside. While you are sitting here, I want you to bring a childhood memory to your conscious mind. Just allow yourself to be open. See yourself as a child, living out a memory, whether good or bad, just whatever. See yourself in that moment now. See the people you were with. What are you doing? How do you feel? As you see yourself in this memory, you may view it as a movie. Maybe other memories will come to your mind. Just allow yourself to be open and aware. And as you are sitting here as a child, you notice a presence walking towards you. It is someone you love that is here to connect with you. Greet them with love. Embrace them. Speak to them. Maybe they have a message or a gift for you. Allow yourself to be open to receive. Allow that person that is with you to give you those messages that you may need. The love that you are looking for, or any reassurance around something that has been bothering you. Allow them to give that to you now. While you're sitting in the woods, you decide to get up and walk with this person. You start to walk down a path. Still as a young child, you may have a lot to say, You might just walk in silence, exploring, looking at the all around you, still connecting with the magic of the forest. Notice any flowers on your path or mushrooms, maybe acorns, just anything that you may notice as a young child. You feel at peace, you feel happy, you feel free. Notice any animals that may come on your path. Wanting to connect with you with curiosity as to what you're doing in the forest. And allow yourself to connect with them. Whether you meet their gaze or you embrace them. Continue to walk with openness and curiosity. As you're walking down the path, you notice yourself getting older. You are slowly aging as you walk down this path. See yourself in each timeline and give yourself a message that you may need through each age, each experience. Whether it's giving yourself love as a teenager, whether it's forgiving yourself as a young adult, whether it's embracing yourself as a child. Give yourself love that you need at each age, as if it were happening in this moment. And as those experiences come up, just gently let them go. Release any guilt or shame, any unworthiness, and allow it to be free so you can move forward in peace. Anything that you may need to grieve, allow yourself to feel that now. And as you are walking on that path, you are suddenly at the age you are now. And you are walking with an immense white light around you. The person you are with is still with you, just gently walking by your side. Also surrounded by this bright white light. And this light continues to expand through the forest, through the animals. You may have another presence come to you. Allow yourself to connect with that higher presence now. Allow them to greet you in the way that they need or want. And bow to them with gratitude, thanking them for their guidance and support. Knowing that they are always there when you need them. Your guides are always with you, especially through this journey of healing. Whenever it gets deep and heavy, remind yourself that you have light all around you to help release and bring you to a more loving, peaceful state. Allow yourself to say goodbye to any animals that are with you, thanking them for joining you. Say goodbye to the presence that is with you, that joined you on your walk, supporting you along the way. You start to walk the path alone. And with each step you take, you start to bring yourself back to conscious awareness. Bring yourself back to the here and now, allowing yourself to feel awake and alert, only wiggling your toes and your fingers, stretching if you need to. Only opening your eyes when you are ready. Bringing yourself back to here and now. Oh my god, my legs is so good. Is everybody able to connect with that one? Okay. Did things come up that you weren't expecting? Okay, let's see. Calling to your conscious mind kind of thing. Britt, how are you doing over there? Are you awake? Oh, there you are. How was that for you? Good?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was great.
I knew you would like that one for sure. Did you
Yeah,
finish it? Okay, cool.
I did, definitely.
Awesome. Kate disappeared and so did Chelsea. They drop off like flies every time. I'm glad you're still here. Okay, so I'll share my experience first and then if you have anything to share. So for me, it was really interesting. My first thing that came up was I was on the softball field. I know you play softball. And I was a pitcher. And I was like the pitcher of I played 3 teams. And I was a captain, and I didn't know why. Everyone put me in the leadership role, and myself, I was like riddled with anxiety, social anxiety. I felt so uncomfortable around being like myself and expressing like who I was. And I was still like, I guess it was my energy that made me a leader, but I saw myself there and I was actually being the one like, you got this, like, you know what you're doing, like you're meant to be a leader. Stop talking down to yourself and feeling like you don't know what you're doing, because I know that that's pretty much what was going through my head at that time. And I just remember my grandpa being there supporting me, and he like always would talk up anything I did. He's like, you're gonna be an all-star softball player in like the big league, whatever he would say. And I'm just like, okay, Grandpa. But like, he truly believed in me. And I feel like the reason why he came there was like, show me that I needed that for myself. And then my 2 great grandmas came to me, which they've actually never, both of them were by my side. Once again, I was told I was going to have another baby and they were going to be supporting me as I was pregnant. I didn't take my pregnancy test yet. And I was like, okay, thank you. And they were basically saying they've been there the whole time, just like, you know, being there, like basically like they've been transitioning like my children and like there for me while I'm pregnant. And they were just, it was interesting because I got like a lineage and it was like through my dad's side. Britt, this is interesting. So, Grandma Gilda. So that's my great grandma. She was there. And basically she was telling me, yes, what I was seeing was that it was passed through, like this spirituality was passed through her, through my grandma. So that would be Aunt Rosemary to me. And that they connect very strongly with this energy. And my dad has it too, and that's probably why he's been seeing or hearing voices and he's not accepting it. So it's
That's awesome.
Yeah, I have a story about that. That's like really interesting. So so I was seeing them and she was showing me that. And then as I was walking the path, I had a horse come to me, which is really weird because horses have been coming up. Like you were talking about the horses, we were talking about horses earlier. And it was just like a young horse and I was petting him. And he was walking with me, and then Jesus came to me, which was really cool. And he just basically like kissed my forehead and like held on to me, and he's like, I am guiding you, and was saying like, you are doing like a great job and I'm just here for you through this. And I wasn't expecting that at all. And then I just kept seeing myself through stages. Oh, this was interesting. So when I was 18, I had an abortion, and that hasn't come up in a long time. And once I started thinking about it, I felt it right here, like very strongly. It just like came up. And I was like, forgive yourself. Like you didn't know any better. Like that was just, you know, let go of anything that's held on there. And then that year was really difficult for me. I hit a dog. I ran over a dog that year, and that came up randomly too. And it was just like, you know, like that wasn't your fault. That was meant to happen. I lost my dog that year. That was a very rough year. So that was like coming up and giving myself forgiveness around that. And I think that was like the majority of it. So,
I'll start with mine was different. I had the green orbs again at first until you said I was in the woods. And then there used to be, when I was little, I had a lot of issues when I was little, and I would sit
Let me mute it.
on the tree that was across the lake and draw. That's all I would do.
Oh, cool.
And so I found myself there, and then at my grandma's house when you said,
Oh, cool.
like a fun childhood experience, which my grandma passed away when I was in 8th grade, and I like bottomed out, like rock bottom. And then I saw this angel come down, and it was like a lot of, I was seeing lots of fun things that my mom and I did.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, because she's not doing real good right now. So, yeah. But my dog, my old dog, it looks like Storm.
Came to you?
Yeah, he was with me the whole time. There was never a person.
So your dog was the presence that was
Yeah.
with you. Yeah, that's awesome. Did he say anything or do
He
anything?
just like
said
right
it?
beside me the whole time.
That's awesome. I love that.
Cool.
Mine was different. It was sketchy. Well, I mean, it was in and out, kind of sort of.
Okay.
I pictured myself as a child, and my memories, all my memories were Christmas memories
Oh, cool.
from my childhood. And my person that came to me was my dad, and he's never come to me before. And his message was that he was proud of me and he was proud of the family that I put together. And my second thing that came to me was my dog. He stayed with me the whole time. And at one point, my dad went away. And then when you said that we're still with you, he was back, but it was just, I could tell he wasn't there. He was there in like spirit only. And in the beginning, he wasn't.
Interesting. Okay.
He was there as a person in the beginning.
Gotcha.
It was a spirit in the end. But that was all I got.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah, that's awesome. What about you, Lisa?
I was a little bit different too. I didn't see a whole lot, but I did see that when I was a child, I always liked to play in the grass and do cartwheels in the grass.
Oh, that's cool.
And it brought me back to like my dad's side of the family, and they're like New York, and so I would visit there, and I was doing that, and then my dad would come to me, and my dad's never been here for me, like pretty much my whole entire life, but he was with me all the time, on my hand, and he was there with me, so I mean, he was proud of me, and so I was forgiving him, you know,
That's
because he was
amazing.
telling me that he's proud of me and everything's okay. But my dad's not, you know, he's in the VA hospital right now and he's not doing good either. So, but and as far as the pet, my dog came to me, of course, but he was walking and he was happy.
No.
So,
I think he's letting you know he's okay now.
Yeah.
He probably feels free and he just feels good. He's still with you. That's amazing with your dad, though. You
But
probably
my dad, you know, I love him regardless, but it's just, I think it's like, it's always been hard on me all my life because I just wanted my dad there. That never will happen. So, sorry.
no. That's.
Anyway, that's it.
I'm happy he came to you in the way you needed through spirit, though. That's all you wanted, right? It was pretty much that from him.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Your turn. Mine wasn't like, I know the first time I came, mine was like really overwhelming and I was like crying because I was like, I've never felt like this. But this one, like today, it wasn't super clear, but it kind of felt like it was kind of like a kick in the ass that I needed because it was like my grandfather, instead of being all sad, like I was so emotional when he first came to me, it was like he said to me, like he just came and he was like, you're doing the right thing now. He's like, you're on the right path. And like the cutting, like when you kept saying, I think the biggest thing that we talked about was just like cutting cords. The biggest thing I have to cut cords with is like my past with my mom. So when you were like envision yourself as like a kid, I was envisioning myself as a kid, but everything I could envision as a kid is me and my mom and how like my mom was very abusive to me. So like for some reason, like when I started to imagine myself getting older, I for some reason just like imagined her, like she just kind of popped in my dream, or like right in my dream, like in the moment, and the like younger me just turned around and just went sucker punch to the face, and I just kind of like, I just felt like a jolt in me. I'm like, wait, and so I kind of felt like for a second, I'm like, okay, I think this is telling me that like, kind of cutting the ties. And then at the end, we were just walking. My grandfather just said to me, he's like, "You're doing the right thing. Just keep it up, and just stay with it." And I was like, "Okay, bro. Like, I'll see you next time, I guess."
Well, her grandfather came to me in the Reiki session, and he was basically saying like he's been waiting a long time for this, and yeah, it was really great. Like he's just so excited now that he was basically saying he's going to be there through her meditation.
I like that. I like that it's not like sad to me. It's more like empowering. It's like, and for some reason he asked me about soccer, so I was like, bro, let's talk about soccer. Like somehow in my mind I was like, talk about soccer, man. Like I don't know. It was really cool. It wasn't sad.
That's awesome. I like that. And that's that's the kind of experience you want to have sometimes too, like light and just kind of enjoy it and just be.
You don't
there.
want it to be like always so like
Yeah. Well, we did a lot of releasing too, so
yeah,
I think
it was
that
really
makes
cool to
it.
sucker punch my mom.
That's so okay. Austin, how
So
was yours?
mine had a lot of strange coincidences
Okay.
play through it. So this morning, when I was getting ready in my closet, I had a piece of paper still from my uncle's funeral.
Oh.
And it was 1 year, 1 month, and 11 days
Stop.
to the day of his funeral. And when we left here last time, Lori was like, I'm surprised he hasn't come to you yet. He was the first one to come to you.
Because it was such like a heavy thing for him when it happened. It was like so accidental.
Wait, this happened today.
What? No.
Oh.
Yeah, I found the paper
Today.
because I kept it in my closet, kept it on the top shelf of my closet.
Okay.
And unfortunately, he was very well in shape, but he passed away in an abandoned house, kind of cut out in the middle of an empty lot in the forest. He was jogging.
He went off the beaten path and he was having a heart attack. He could have survived it, but no one was around.
Nobody was around. He never brought his phone with him or anything. So the moment, before you even mention anything about seeing someone or anything, when you mentioned cut out in the forest, he was the first thing that popped in my head.
Wow.
And immediately I kind of felt like a cold rush go through the right side of my body, which is
Masculine.
And I would picture cardinals for some reason.
That's weird. I saw Did you tell him that? No.
No, I saw a bunch of cardinals. It was the only animal that was coming to me.
That's
just
you didn't tell him that.
She didn't tell me anything.
No. I was in our Reiki session. She was like,
Dude,
cardinals.
that was I saw a ton of cardinals.
I promise you,
Okay.
she did not say anything about
That's
that.
And I'm like,
insane.
I hate birds. Why was this I was like, so I feel like I'm losing out on cardinals. Oh, that's freaky.
You never even.
No, I didn't say anything.
So, growing up, she would always be considered the NASCAR fairy. So instead of getting money or anything like that, losing it to all of a sudden a little tiny race car would pop over the butt. And that was the only memory that kept popping up with me. And unfortunately, when we were walking, you were walking like almost towards the waterfall.
Okay.
And as you said, as you get older, picture yourself getting older, and you're like, bring yourself to your current age, which is no longer here. All of a sudden, you just disappeared. I just felt the rush go, the breeze go out my body. Right.
Wow, that's crazy. Did he say anything to you?
He just said, proud of you. He's like, you've been handling things really well lately. Because I also, about 10 months ago, I also lost another cousin.
Okay.
Who's also well in shape, was part of the military, but unfortunately he had a heart attack. So he's like, stay what you're doing, because my family has a tradition of, or at least the men on my father's side, not living past the age of 70. No matter what, they can be in the best of health. They don't make it. He's like, stay what you're doing, keep the faith. And he's like,
You deserve a cookie for that. Would you like one?
I already have that.
I'm curious though, did any of them open themselves to anything like this? Like the emotional? Okay.
Not at all, because the men on my father's side are really hard-headed.
Okay.
And
The women on his mom's side are very hard-headed, so it's just like a whole family.
So you're healing for your ancestry too. So I'm sure that this is going to make a difference for your life. That's amazing. That's really
just a bunch of,
that's awesome.
As I said, a bunch of strange coincidences.
That's awesome. Okay, Sandy, I'm sorry.
Someone needs your compassionate and loving attention and has flagged you down to get it. Stop right where you are, observe your surroundings, and notice the sensations in your body. This is a very creative time, one where it's best to heed intuitive guidance as to how to express this creativity. Add color to your life and the home environment, your yard, and your choice of clothing. It's a good time to explore the religion you grew up in with eyes of heart and a fresh look. That's what cardinal is.
And coincidence, I'm wearing all red.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking that. Yeah. I was thinking that. That's crazy.
Awesome. I did not tell him about that at all.
I promise you, she did.
Yeah, I just saw a bunch of cardinals when I was on her root chakra, which is red too. But just like cardinals were just like everywhere. Is that what it was like for you? Just like cardinals?
Everywhere. That was the only animal.
Yeah. That's so interesting. Because that's never happened to me either. Like,
They're both very, very connected.
yeah.
Because I could also say, like, in our relationship, there was none of that, like, let's be awkward phase. It was like the moment we met, the first night
We
we
were
like,
finishing each other's sentences.
and like, dude, we were just like going to sleep after each other, like, see you in the morning, okay, night, bro. Like, we were just like 2 peas in a pod the moment we met. I feel like I knew you in a past life or something. It's weird.
Probably.
Probably. I don't know.
I know that, I mean, like, my husband definitely, and I'm sure the same, experiences will probably show up past life. You keep opening yourself.
I feel like I've seen your bald head.
Okay.
That was yours. I thought I had gotten through all this.
Yeah.
But, my memory started. It was weird because it's sitting in the. I forgot to do this.
Sorry.
Sitting in the woods. I was 7. Okay. And then you said a memory. Actually, I was 6. So the memory was the day I met my stepmother. And that's when I remember seeing her. She was wearing a polka dot dress, talking to my dad, and my dad was so proud. Just, and she was looking down at me and like, oh, you're so cute. And then she sat down and she squatted down and looked at me right in the face. It was like her whole energy changed when she looked me dead in the eyes. And then she stood back up and went back to pretending she was her sweet self. But then,
oh my God.
Yeah. And then there was another memory that popped up on my 7th birthday. We tore down a silo and I had found a bird's nest with a baby bird in it. I saved it.
Oh, that's so cute.
Dad came to me. He's still alive, but he came to me when I was 7. I apologized for not being able to be strong enough to stand up to her and how she treated me.
Oh, wow.
And that he was proud of me for becoming the person I am and still having compassion for people. What I had been through with her. And we walked together, and I was a little 7. We held hands walking through the woods, and my dog came to me from when I was a kid, and his name was Moses. And he walked on my left side, and I was walking with my dad. And it was weird because when you said you're going through cycles, I'm still holding my dad's hand as I grew up. And the strange thing was, he remained the same. So when I got to be this age, he was still the same man when I was 7. And then I had an Indian guy show up on my horse, my black horse.
Oh, wow.
And, when you said at the end, the presents come.
Yeah. He was on your horse.
Yeah, he came in. He just said that I've done the right things. So far. Yeah, that's really weird.
Oh, yeah, that's really interesting. You probably needed that though.
So it took me to an empty field with just woods around it, and I was a little girl, probably 5. And I was wearing one of my favorite dresses. It was pink and white. And I was just sitting there, and I was really scared. And I had my legs crossed, just looking at the ground. And Jesus came, but it was only for like a second, and then it switched to like an angel. And I really don't know if it was like a he or she. I don't know if the angel had dark hair. And then I went to my childhood home, and where all of the abuse happened. And I saw myself running to my room, closing the door, and this angel came, sat next to me, and then I went outside. Because as a child, I would go outside all day long. We had a couple acres, and I would go and I would hide or play. So that's where I went. And I would just hide in the woods. And then it took me back to the forest, and I was walking with my angel, and I was so happy to have somebody to talk to. Because as a child, I didn't. So I just saw this little girl who was just so excited
To have someone.
Yeah. And then I saw all of the animals that I rescued that were walking behind me. And then I saw myself at different stages of my life, and my angel coming to me and giving me messages and hugging me during those times when I went through, abuse, as I got older and older, and he was giving me messages. And then I saw a cardinal and a wolf. And then in the end, I saw, I think it was my grandma and my grandpa, and then just a bunch of angels looking down on me. And I said bye, and that was it.
That's awesome.
So in our Reiki session, there was a lot of discussion about forgiveness from things that happened in my past as well as a young child. So I was on a swing set with my sister, whom I don't have a relationship with as an adult. We're 13 months apart, and there are no words. But we were close growing up because we only really had each other. But so I was there, but the home that we shared, and I don't have any memories of my parents together. But it was where my mom and my dad got me and my sister home from the hospital. But that's where I was on that land. And the house was there. Everything was set up the way it was when I was a child.